Hey, hi everyone. Welcome back to the channel. This is Omsi Reddy. So today in this video, we are going to discuss about data analyst demo. So I hope you are very exciting for this demo, right? So most of the people's like looking for the route map. For they don't know how to read the data analyst or any type of things, right? Now we are discussing about the data analyst, and soon we are going to discuss about data science and Power BI. If you are looking, so different courses, we will design some route maps, and I will explain what exactly that courses also. So today, I'm going to explain about the data analyst, complete the things, what are the skills required for the data analyst. So some of the peoples are looking towards the data analyst positions, right? So what are the skills of the data analyst, how the data analyst works? Let's say small examples. We will discuss each and everything in this data analyst position. By name, we can call it as a data analyst. By name, we can say that it is completely dealing with the data. It is completely dealing with the data. So we need to find the exact relations between the each and every column which are present in your data. So like example, I have a five columns. So for example, I have a five columns. Is the column names like a name, gender, and phone number, and so on, so like email ID and address. So these are the five columns I have. So is there any relationship between, like around we have a 10K records in these columns. We need to find is there any relationship between each and every row and each and every value which are present in a data set that like for example, like name, is there any relation and any pattern between the name and the gender? So some people's take some fashion numbers like fashion numbers. So some of like 9999, like this is the types of numbers they are taking. So we need to as a data analyst, we need to analyze, we need to visualize complete information. We need to extract the complete information which is present in a data. That's the main role of a data analyst. So initial stage, every data analyst may definitely face a lot of issues in the process of data cleaning or data analysis, so on, so data preparation. So we need have some techniques. We have some skills to find the exactly the what is the present in a data. So let me talk about the skills. So let me talk about the skills. What are the skills we required for the become a data analyst? Okay, let me talk about the skills. So here the skills is we preferred one programming language. One is Python, one is Python and R. So some programming like if you know the C language, it is better to understand the Python language, because almost there is a similar topics between C and Java and Python, but the way of writing, the way of the writing is different. So here that the way of writing is known as a syntax. Way of writing is known as a syntax. But each and every programming language have its own syntax to representation. So as a data scientist or a data analyst, we need to consider one is Python, or we need to consider like a R, both of them. So my suggestion, small suggestion is go for the with Python, because when you compare to another programming language, Python is a very easy language. So as a beginner, you can easily learn. As a beginner, you can easily learn Python, as well as you can easily understand the Python. So Python is not a like a programming language. It's some of the mixing of English also. So if you know the English language, if you know some of the English also, it will you can easily understand what exactly the syntax is presented. So in completing of Python, you need to learn. You need to learn entire from the basics of basics to entire from the basics to advanced level. Entire from basics to advanced level. So some of the concepts, let me give you some examples of the concepts what you need to learn in the Python. So you need to know about variables. You need to know about the variables and operators and data types is also most important. Data types, and after that the data types, and in the data types we have a base level data types and advanced level data types also. So for example, like int, float, complex. Okay, inflow, complex, list, tuple, dictionary, set. Okay, these are the some of the strings. These are the some of the data types you need to know about the things. So after the data types, you need to know about the conditional statements. Conditional statements like if, else if, else, else, else if, else. After that, you need to know about the loops also. Loops also very important in the data science. while loop and for loop. So these are the two types of loops we have. If you want to learn more about like nested loop or do while loop, do for loop, these are the things you need to mostly concentration. And after the loops, we go for the control statements, and control statement which is used to control the flow of outputs. It is used to control the flow of outputs, where we can like continue, pause, break. So these are the represented as a control statements, right? These are the represents of a control statement. So once these things has completed, we directly jump into the functions. So functions are the most important thing. We need to learn about the functions, each and everything. After that, we have a oops concepts, oops, and if you want to go for the advanced level like an NumPy, Pandas, MATLAB, SQL. So these are the things which are present in the things, right? So this is a completing of a Python. So once you have completing the Python, you need to work on the EDA projects. You need to work on the EDA projects like data exploratory analysis. This is the EDA projects. You need to work on the EDA project using a Python. You need to work on the EDA projects using a Python. So don't forget, I will share the complete roadmap in the description also. Please go through the that PDF file. So what are the topics, how much time it required, everything you will understand about the topics. Okay. So that PDF definitely will help you. Okay. Once completing of Python, we need to know about stats and probabilities. Stats and probabilities. These are the main important to work on the statistical analysis. To work on the statistical analysis, we need to learn about the statistics, like like the types of statistics which are present in a descriptive or inferential statistics, hypothesis, sampling techniques, confusion method. So these are the things we need to know about the things. And if you want to learn probability, so probability is simply one example. Let me give you one example. So as a data science, if you want to convert into data analyst to data science, so as a data scientist, you need to predict some of the probability, right? You need to have some percentage values. For example, if you are using a weather app, so in this weather app, next 2 or 3 days, we have a probability of chancing of getting a rain. They mention the probability of getting rain like 23%, 40%, or 45%. So what is the probability of getting a rain in the next few days? Okay, what is the probability of getting a rain in next few days? There is a representation, right? There is a probability analyzing like probability of getting an event occurs, that a rain event occurs. So for that case, we learn the probability, normal distribution, Gaussian distribution. These are the things we need to learn the things. So once completing of stats and probability, we directly jump into the MySQL. So MySQL simply known as a database. MySQL is simply known as a database. Okay, simply known as a database. So as a fresher, if you all start learning of a data analyst, the main thing of SQL is we need to extract the data from the SQL using a Python as to work on that. Okay, so but we don't know how exactly the data is formed, how exactly the database created in the SQL, MySQL. So here the SQL is a structured query language. It's a one type of query language where we are storing the data by using that language into the database. So that's why we use this MySQL as a database to retrieve the data which is stored in a SQL using a Python. That's the main concept of database. Okay. Once completing of database, we will go through the Excel. We will go through the Excel. Excel is right now outdated because of lot of AI tools is replaced. So AI tools are replacing with the Excel. But as a fresher, most of the time, most of the projects are we need to work on the Excel only. Most of the times, so Excel is that much of importance as a fresher. We need to know what is the base level of Excel to advanced level of Excel. How the condition format works, how the pivot tables works, how the charts are works, how the macros and macros are works. And so these are the topics we need to cover in exact the Excel. So like base level to advanced level. Okay, base level to advanced level. Just a second. Yeah, base level to basics to advanced level of Excel. Basics to advanced level of Excel. So these are the 4 main technical skills. After that, we have a one more technical skill, that is Power BI. Power BI, and the 6th one is Tableau. Power BI and Tableau. So both are used for the data visualization purpose. Data visualization purpose. Okay, both are used for the data visualization purpose. So data visualization is it's a huge amount of mandatory thing, right? It's a huge amount of mandatory thing. Why this means? Why means? So as a statistical data, I have a 5 years of statistical data. If I is send this 5 statistical data to the client, whether he will understand? No, right? He can't able to understand the statistical data because a huge of numbers he can't able to understand. That's why we need to visualize that statistical data into the graphical representation. That's why we are using the Power BI and Tableau. So both are the same. So both are used for the data visualization purpose only. But Power BI is used for Power BI is also used for the data visualization as well as the Tableau is also used for the data visualization. But comparing to the both Power BI and Tableau, so Power BI is an easy one, like the user interface which we are using, that is very easy compared to the Tableau. So and the Tableau is also paid version, Power is a P of open source. So we don't require any payments. So in Tableau also we have a Tableau public. We have a Tableau public. It is also free course, free of cost. We can also analyze the free of cost. So whereas the Tableau is a open public, right? So but we compare last if you see in the last 4 5 years, Power BI is a rapid growth when you compare to the Tableau. So because every company is looking for the cost cutting. So if you want a cost cutting, definitely you need to move for the Power BI. So complete exact. These are the main skills. Like these are the 6 main skills required if you want to become a data analyst. If you want to become a data analyst, mandatory skills. These are the complete technical skills you need to require for to become a data analyst. Okay, these are the skills. So the PDF which I mentioned in the description, that definitely help you what are the topics need to cover in each and every course, and which type of projects also we need to done in this entire things. Okay, next, as a data analyst what is exactly the role of a data analyst? Okay, let me discuss about what exactly the roles of a data analyst. Okay, as a data analyst, the main thing is you need to analyze the data. That's a mandatory, and you need to clean the data. That is also mandatory, and you need to visualize the data. These are the main 3 roles. You need to analyze, clean, analyze, or visualize. Both are the three is the main thing. So first, you need to clean. You need to clean the data. Okay, you need to clean, and second one you need to analyze, and third one you need to visualize. These are the main things of a data. So why the data analyst roles that much of importance to build a network? Okay, for example, let me give you a small example, you will understand the things. So I have a manufacturing company. I'm running it since 5 years. I'm running it since 5 years. So my products are A, B, C. These are the 3 products I'm selling in India last 5 years. Okay. Right now, I need to develop my sales. Overall, the 5 years, I got only 45% of sales. Only 45% of sales, right? This is the overall 45% of sales in the entire 5 years. Now I'm planning to develop this sales around 80 to 90% of the. I need a help of a data analyst. Okay, this manufacturing company connected with the software industry, like as a data analyst, they give the last 5 years of data, the entire 5 years of data about these three products, whatever the product A, B, C, about the 3 products. Okay, so as a data analyst, you need to analyze the each and every term, what are the columns present in the data, how the data is flowing, what is the relationship between the which in which season. You need to question yourself. You need to question yourself. As a data analyst, you need to be every time questioning, because so if you question the data at the time only, you get a n number of examples, n number of outputs, n number of things from the data, n number of information from the data. So as a data analyst, you need to question yourself with the data. Question the data. So what is the sales between you? What are the things between the you? How many sales between the in a month? Product A, how many sales in a month? Which month is have a high sales in a product? So you need to question the data. At the time only, you will get the lot of information from the data. You will get the lot of information from the data. If you get a lot of information from the data, at the time only, you can easily identify, you can easily improve the sales. You can easily improve the sales. That's a mandatory thing. Okay. As a data analyst, that's the main role. Around if you do the 100% of project, if in the 70% of the data science projects is completely with the data analyst only. So data analyst is a crucial role in the real time. So as a fresher, if you join the data analyst, definitely you need to be boom the world. You need to the boom the data. So every time, so for example, I have 10,000 records. You need to question the at least 1,000 questions. You need to at least 1,000 questions for the data. At a time only you get exact information present in a data. Exact information present in a data. For example, let me see a sale of a product A is a 60%, product B is a, like 80%, and product E is a 30 or 40%. So these are the individual sales of a B, C. Individual sales of a B, C. So based on this A, B, C, and the next further, what are the things I need to take up? This a manufacturing department will be go through the things. So, but you need to predict the what exactly the mean up to the thing, up to the mark. So A, product B, product C. What is the individual sales in the last 5 years? And you need to find. You need to also the find which in which area the sales is high, which area of for like particular season is the sales is going high. So you need to identify at the time the manufacturing department will get a help, right? And then the manufacturing department get a growth. They will increase out of 100 or 200 anytime. That's completely depends upon the you as a data analyst. As a data analyst. That's why data analyst role is the most important. Data analyst role is the most important. Then, so this is a base of example. As a data analyst, what you need to do, right? How to implement the data analyst projects, how to overcome the data analyst projects. So these are the things, and these are the technical skills also I mentioned. So if you want like Python or choose anyone, if you go for the Python is a good thing, and stats and probability and MySQL, it's a completely database. So as a fresher, you need to know about the MySQL, how exactly SQL data is storing, how to drive the data, how the things are going, how the things is done. So Excel from basics to advanced level, you need to know about Excel also. So and the Power BI and Tableau is that's enough thing, right? Data visualization tools. These are the two non-coding tools. So we don't require any coding programming language. Directly it's a simply drag and drop. Simply drag and drop. But before dragging into the Power BI, we need to analyze the data. We need to clean the data. Clean the data is a mandatory thing. So in the cleaning process, we have a lot of issues faced. Like if we have a missing values, outliers, unnecessary values, imbalanced data set. So we need to clean each and everything only at the time we can easily drag and drop the situations. These are the things as a data analyst you need to work on. Okay, as a data analyst, you need to work on. So as it in the component of data science life cycle. So simply data science is a part, is a one part data analyst. Data analyst is a one part of data science. So as a data science life cycle, so you need to know business. You need to know about business. Okay, which type of business, which type of industry, which type of domain are you going to work? That's a mandatory thing. So for example, I'm joined the recently one type of company like X company. In this X company, they are working on fintech, like financial related. Okay, financial related. But I don't have any knowledge on the financial. How can I solve the problems in a financial? Right? I don't know how to solve the things, right? I have a huge amount of knowledge on the e-commerce, but I don't have a little bit knowledge on the finance side. So how can I grow? How can I solve the real-time projects? That's why we need to know that how the business is working. What are the businesses are presented? How the businesses are going on? So we need to know, we need to understand the businesses process, each and everything. At the time only you will get the businesses and to solve the problems. So that's the importance of business and domain or industry. That is the main important things. So after completing of business, we need to collect the data collection. So data collection is the main important to collect to perform the some operations on the data only. We need to collect the data. So if you know the business, that is automatically you can easily collect the data, right? If you know the business, automatically you can collect the data. That's a thing, right? If you know the data, so that's a problem. So after data collection, so entire collection of data is not good at well. So some of the missing outliers and some of the things happen in the so and so data. So for that we need to prepare the data, and someone call as a pre-processing also. Prepare or pre-processing or everything is safe. So we need to, in this preparation, we need to clean the data in the cleaning process completely, removing the missing layers, out layers, and missing values, filling the NaN values. So values we need to complete the things. That's a mandatory. So after that only we are going to EDA, exploratory data analysis. Previously I mentioned that. So EDA can be done with using of Python or data visualization or Power BI or Tableau. So these are the life cycle of root map. So I like it's a life cycle, how we need to work in the data science, how we are going to work in the data science. So this is complete life cycle. In the remaining thing will comes to the data scientist. So as a data analyst, we need to prepare a data like unstructured data to structured data. That's a main important. If you create a n number of analysis, if you create a huge analysis, you need to definitely that data will helpful for the organization as well as the data scientist also. So upon the data analyst, you will become a data scientist. You need to know some of the algorithms. That's it. So as a data analyst is a crucial role. As a fresher, everyone will assign you for the data analyst roles. Okay. So data analyst that much of important as a in the real time. So that's why most of the companies are looking for the data science and data analyst roles. So average, let me discuss about the packages also. So as a average packages of data analysis is around 4 to 5. So 4 to 5 LPA. So if you want to score more than 6 LPA, that means you need to work on the different projects. So at least you need to try 15 to 20 projects in data science. Sorry, data analyst. 15 to 20 projects in the data analyst. So develop the EDA part and analyze the data and visualize the data using Power BI, Tableau. Just try to learn the things. Try to learn the things. Each and everything is the most important, right? Each and everything is the most important. Try to learn as much as the main. Okay, so in the coding part, like Python is considered as a coding part. So in the data analyst, without coding part is a Power BI or Tableau. These are don't require any coding. So we can mostly focus on the things for the visualization purpose. There is a huge amount of roles also presented. So once you learn the data analyst, so you will become as a data analyst is a primary of a job role, and you will become a Python developer or SQL developer or Tableau developer, Power BI developer, Power BI report writer, Power BI architecture. So there is a huge amount of roles also available as if you want to learn the data science or SQL developer also we have at times, right? So this is all about the data analyst, the working of data analyst with the examples and the route map. So everything, these are the skills and salaries presented in the data analyst. So I will provide the description of a complete route map of a data analyst. So go and watch that, take that PDF file. Definitely, you will become a data analyst within the 3 months. Its duration of a thing is 3 months is enough. So if per day you need to focus around 3 to 4 hours, that's enough. Or if you there's a fresher is fine. So if you are a experienced candidate, so you don't have at least 2 hours you need to focus to work on it. At least 2 hours you need to work on this. So definitely within the 3 months you will become a data science analyst. Definitely, it's a damn sure. Will become a data analyst within the 3 months. So you need to work on the different projects. You need to work on the different analysis. That's it. So this is a whole demo of data analyst. So I hope you are all understand this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye. Thank you.